Environmental experts from around the world will gather in Egypt starting Sunday for COP27. As they debate the politics of climate change, people in the Horn of Africa are living with its effects. NHK World's Yoshida Mayu looks at how Kenya is dealing with its worst drought in 4 decades.
Barren land for as far as the eye can see. After 4 rainy seasons without relief, Turkana in northern Kenya has lost vegetation and much more.
This malnutrition rate is very high, and as the drought continues, school dropouts and also early marriages are it tends to increase.
Yamaguchi Kaho helps provide aid to pastoralist communities. She says many women and children in search of water are risking their lives, sometimes digging 20 meters into the hard ground. When the taps run, they stock up. But whatever they gather is not nearly enough to keep themselves healthy and clean. Long days spent traveling to the nearest water source means many girls can no longer go to school. Their families have no source of income beyond livestock, and that too is at risk.
I had 50 goats and sheep. Now I have just 19 or 20 out of 50. That means a variety of them have vanished.
There's no cash income for months, and this makes them dependent on food aid. And in case this food aid doesn't reach them, they will have to live by just eating less than 1 meal a day.
At a southern auction, the effect of the drought is unmistakable. Starving cows with barely enough energy to stand. In past years, one animal could bring in hundreds of dollars. Now a seller would be lucky to get 10.
Most of these cows you see here have lost all their calves to drought. We sometimes manage to save a few, especially when we feed them like this, but the majority of them end up dying.
The UN World Food Programme estimates that across the Horn of Africa, 22 million people are facing starvation. Seeing that level of suffering, Yamaguchi says it's hard not to feel hopeless.
I expect the world to look more into what is going on in Africa, and all of this drought, food insecurity, displacement, peace issues.
Yamaguchi says these issues are all tied to climate change. She hopes nations gathering for COP27 will discuss ways to help people adapt without losing their culture. Yoshida Mayu, NHK World.